In this video, we're going to go through a quick look at the system properties associated with the Send as Attachment feature. So in the last video, I showed how in this report, we have this new feature. If you go up here into the overflow menu, you have Send as Attachment, and you can set up the type of attachment you want to send, and then you configure your message. One of the things I noted was that there are a few pieces to this feature that are controlled by system properties, specifically the ability to add just an email address. So here I can add an email address that's outside of the instance and get a notification sent to that email address with the attachment. So we can, at the instance level, we can set a system property to turn that on or off. Similarly, at the system level, we can set a default subject line and a default message so that there's just easier way to have consistency. I can always go and edit both of those with each report and send, but there's a way to set a default. So let's go over to our system properties table. And in this, I'm on the sys properties table, and I have it filtered down to the VividCharts application. We'll run that again. So there's 27 system properties as of this release, which is 2.1.0. The three that we want to look at specifically are these three here. So we have one that's called default attachment message. And as you would imagine, it sets the default message for that send. So this says, please refer to the attached report. And then that's the default message that goes in here whenever I create a new Send as Attachment. So I can edit that. We have default attachment subject. As you might imagine, this is the subject line default setting for that. Here I've already changed it to something to be custom for this message, but if I wanted to, again, create a new send off a different report, I would have as a default message or subject line this, take a look at this VividCharts report. So in most cases, you will probably edit this when you send those out for your reports. Now the last one is to turn on or off this ability for the email address, and that is this allow off-platform notifications. Again, it's a true-false value here, so if we set this to false, let's go in here. We'll open that up. If I set that to false and update, we'll go in here. We're going to have to close this and refresh. And then I go into that Send as Attachment feature. Let's set up message. Notice that I can send to users and I can send to groups, but there is no email option here. So I can't send to just email addresses off the platform. So again, the Send as Attachment is a new feature. It's something that's pretty powerful our customers are using. And those three system properties give you default settings that you can set so that when users go here, they have some default settings for that. If you have any questions, look forward to seeing how you're using these features.